Hi everyone. So it is 1 month postpartum for me and Weston as of yesterday, and everything is going great. I'm going to try to do both of us in this video. I hope it's not too long, but I apologize in advance if it is. Um, First, I want to let you guys know uh, that for my weight and all that kind of stuff, I'm down 23 pounds. As you guys know, I gained 43 pounds, or sorry, 41 pounds. So I have 18 to go to be at my pre-pregnancy weight, and 30 to be at my goal, which seems like so much to me. But I was already trying to lose weight prior to getting pregnant, and I was doing really well, and then I got pregnant, and of course I gained weight. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm not obviously working out or anything right now. I'm waiting until my 6-week appointment, which is December 11th, and I'll get the okay to work out and whatever. But I know that once January comes, I'm going to start hot yoga again and do all that stuff. So I might actually wait until then to really get into it. I'll probably start doing, stretches and more walks and stuff like that around here. But right now I'm just kind of just hanging out, and I'm pretty much watching what I'm eating, but I'm not too crazy. I've never been the type that's like strict with my diet, but I know now that I'm, you know, going to be 30 in January, your metabolism slows down a lot, once you get out of your 20s. But that doesn't even matter. I'm doing good anyways. My stitches are, I think they're completely dissolved now. I'm healing up really good. I still use the spray bottle that they give you to to like spray the water, because I have a few spots that are pretty tender, and I just don't want to, um, you know, make anything worse by rubbing or wiping or whatever. So, but besides that, I'm doing really well. I stopped taking Motrin probably, I would say, the middle of the second week. Because I'm not the type to take a lot of stuff, and I don't want to be dependent on it. My hospital gave me stool softeners. I don't know if anybody had gotten those, any of you guys had gotten those, but those are amazing to have after you give birth, because, I mean, it's hard to go, and you don't want to be pushing and that, and uh, they really help, and I'm actually continuing to take them. I know that's kind of a TMI, but it is what it is, and there's so many things that people don't tell you about, after delivery and all that kind of stuff. Um, so yeah, healing up really good. Of course, no sex. I'm not gonna have that probably until 7 or 8 weeks postpartum, because I don't wanna disrupt anything. Um, and mentally, I'm feeling really good. I only tend to get upset when things are really crazy. So if we're trying to go to the store and Weston's not quite asleep in the chair or in his car seat, and I maybe forget my wallet, or I need to make sure I grab this because I can't not have this in his diaper bag, or uh, the dogs are being crazy, or I forgot to turn off this, I get really frustrated. Sometimes I'll just start crying. But that could just be because, stresses of just being a parent and making sure that everything is right, and you don't want your child to cry and whatever. Um, but yeah, I really only had baby blues for probably the first, I would say, 4 or 5 days, and it pretty much went away. I only had one day where I was kind of feeling like I can't give them back to anybody. I can't give them to anybody to take to give them, like if you're babysitting your friend's kid, I can't give him back to them because he's mine. I have to take care of him solely, and it almost made me feel depressed. And that lasted for really only a day or two, and then it went away. And I think that was just because at the moment I only had my husband here, and even though he was an amazing help and still is a really good help, it was really hard for me to just let go of a lot of the things that I was used to doing, like cooking and cleaning. Uh, and then knowing that I had to take care of him solely. So, besides that, I've been feeling really good. I don't really have any, I'm getting used to motherhood. I love it. It's probably the best feeling that I've ever felt in my life is knowing that I have this little one that depends on me, that needs me. Uh, and there is some times when I'm like, I just need a time to myself, or can someone please take him? But it's it's so rewarding, and I'm ready to have another baby. I told my husband that I wanted to wait until I was 31, and I still do, but I wouldn't be sad if we got pregnant again right away. I know it sounds crazy, but it's it's just such a joy, and I do really want to enjoy his first year without being pregnant. So I know I'm going to take precautions to make sure that doesn't happen. But I mean, if it happens by accident, I'm not going to be upset. So I'll show you my tummy, and then we'll get right into it. Still in my pajamas. So this is with a shirt off. I'm not tucking in or anything. So in the front with a shirt on, no shirt on, side, front. So I ended at 47 inches around, and now I think I've lost about 10 inches. So I'm okay with that. I feel great. I'm not expecting to be back to exactly where I was. And like I said, I still had a ways to go from prior to being pregnant. So it is what it is. It's okay with me. For Weston, he is doing really well, really good with breastfeeding. I did a video on Thanksgiving to tell you guys about what's been going on with breastfeeding. So if you haven't seen that, you can go look at that, and that'll explain how we had issues, kind of, I guess, but they're all good now. He's a really good eater, really good sleeper. I've had a few nights where he slept for 5 hours. When he's gotten really good feeds, like on each side for 20 minutes, I've gotten him to go down for that long. We are co-sleeping. I wasn't going to do that, and I really had nothing against it. I was just afraid that I was going to roll on him, or my husband was. But it's really interesting how when you are sleeping with a baby in the bed, there's just things that you don't do. I don't move when I'm sleeping unless I'm awake. So, and I've been loving it. I have gotten family members saying, like, you have to get out of that. Don't do that. He's going to be 3 years old and still sleeping in bed with you, and that's not going to be the case. The reason why I'm doing it is because it is a lot easier to nurse a newborn baby in bed at nighttime. I don't have to get out. I don't have to go out to the living room onto the rocking chair. I can just do it in bed. And it's just working out great, and I'm getting enough sleep. I probably totally get, get about 6 or 7 hours of sleep a night, because when I when he wakes up to nurse, I wake up, pop the boob in his mouth, he's on, I fall back asleep. I usually wake up periodically while he's nursing, but I'm pretty much asleep the whole time, so I'm fine with that, and it's been working really great with us. He is now out of newborn clothes and into 0 to 3 months or 3 month clothing. He's been in size 1 diaper since he was about 5 days old, which sucks because I think I had 2 packs worth of newborn that I just had to put away because I couldn't use it. And I did have someone give me a Huggies pack too that I wasn't planning on using. That is now stored away for the next baby because I don't have use for it now, and I don't think diapers expire. Uh, what else? His feet are so big that he's not fitting into even some of the 0 to 3 month sleepers. So his feet are like probably 3 inches long. Like they're pretty. Like they are the length of my hands, like this way. They're big, and they don't really fit in some of these 0 to 3 months sleepers. So kind of crappy because I didn't really have a lot of 0 to 3 month or even 3 month sleepers. I had like sleepers that don't have any feet, but I have onesies that I just will put him in if he's going to sleep in bed with us. I'm just going to go check on him. He's sleeping. Alright, he's doing great. He's sleeping in our bed because he was really cranky today, and that was the only way that he was going to go to bed, if I laid him in bed. Yeah, so I went to Target the other day and looked at some, but I think I'm going to go back and get some more because I just, I have no problem putting him in pants and a onesie to go to bed in. But it would be nice, especially in the wintertime when it's just a little bit cooler here, I would kind of like him to, not have to worry about wearing socks, and then I could just put him in a sleeper. Uh, I think, I'm sorry I'm yawning so much. I think that he's probably around 11 and a half pounds now. I could be totally wrong, but I've tried to weigh him on our scale with me and subtract it all, and I think it's around at least, you know, almost 11 or a little over 11. So that's good. He definitely feels heavy, uh, and I think he's about 24 inches long. He started at 21 and a quarter, so he's gonna be a big boy. His arms and legs are really long. He's probably going to be a really tall boy. I'm thinking that he might even get up to as tall as my dad, which is 6'6". At the doctor's appointment, they said he'll probably be 6'3", but I think he'll be taller than that, especially since I'm 6 foot, my husband's almost 6 foot, and then my parents are 6'6" and 6'1", so he's really, really going to be a tall boy. He's holding his head up really, really well, which is amazing. He's a little bit wobbly, but he can hold it up for almost a minute at some times. Uh, he's very alert. Ever since he's been born, he's been following faces, and I'm just so happy at how, you know, I'm thinking like, oh my god, he's going to be such a smart baby because he's just really doing some of the things that, the doctors are like, that's really good that he's doing that already, or, and it's just, I mean, it's just good to know that he's progressing and doing those milestone things that they talk about babies doing. But it doesn't matter if your baby doesn't do it, but it's just, I was really happy to see that. He sometimes mimics me when I stick my tongue out. I don't know if it's just coincidence, but he seems to do it. Um, so we've been co-sleeping, but I've been trying to introduce the bassinet because in the beginning I didn't want to do it because I couldn't get to him quick enough because the bassinet isn't level with my bed. So that's why I really didn't do it from the beginning. But now I want him to get used to it so that he's used to sleeping in it rather than always sleeping in bed with us. Because once I think March comes, we'll probably start putting him in his own crib. So I just want him to get used to that. And he's been doing really well with that. I've only been getting about 2-hour stretches with him sleeping in it. But last night he slept from 12 till 2 in it, and then I fed him, then I woke up again around 4 and put him back in there, and then he slept in there till I think like 5:45. So not very long, and he does make tons of noises when he wakes up, or when he's about to wake up. So it's been a little bit hard. Oh my god, I'm a yawning freaking animal. So it's been a little bit hard, but for the most part, he's been doing pretty well with sleeping in it. And then during the day, I really try to do it. But I don't have a monitor, and even though I live in an apartment, I would like to just listen instead of have to go in. But all in all, he's a good baby. He rarely cries. When he is cranky and wants to go to sleep, he's kind of like a kind of cry. We haven't had any like full on just screams and screams. But mind you, I don't let my baby cry that long. I usually will pick him up or get him right away. I don't really believe in letting children cry it out. So, anyways, he's a good baby. And I'm really, really happy. We're doing really well with just, now having my husband back at work. And it's a good adjustment. The only thing that's a little bit tough is taking my dogs for walks um, with a baby, it can be really tough. So, but it's going really well, and I have an appointment December. Oh, he has an appointment December. Okay, my mind's crazy. He has an appointment January 5th for his 8-week appointment. So I'll do another update then, because he'll be just over eight weeks, so 2 months. And yeah, I have a new Facebook page. It's Beauty Bump YT. I'm just gonna add anybody as a friend. Of course, I don't want any creepers. I know that there's people that follow my channel, and there's a lot of girls that they follow these channels where they're just interested in their belly and stuff, and I'm not having that. I'm only interested in being friends with other women that are having children, are planning on having children, or aren't a creeper. So I'll add you, but don't be creepy. Anyway, that is it, and let me know if you guys would be interested in seeing any other type of videos. Of course, I don't have too much time on my hands, but I really would like to do more videos and stuff, anything that you guys would like to see. So yeah, so I will see you in the new year, unless I start making other videos from whenever. I'll try to get some videos of Weston, and I will go show you him right now. He is sleeping, but I'll go show you him. Come with me. That's my little man. See you guys soon.